Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. Sorry, I've just had a coffee, I sound all croaky. Today is Tuesday, the 28th of April. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and for all the support you give me. Wow, I sound really groggy this morning. Sorry, I've been up for hours. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm so glad sometimes to be able to talk to you on YouTube, read for you, whatever it is, because it just really, gets home to me how strong connections can be, even when you haven't actually met someone. And I guess it sort of, I don't know, it sort of gives rise to, connections all over the world that, we've made without actually meeting a person, which is pretty impressive. All right. Let's get into the reading for the 28th. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot here. Okay. Oh, nice start to the day. Ten of Pentacles coming out. So the Ten of Pentacles is a card that talks of riches, abundance. It can talk about receiving money. It can talk about inheritances, settlements, money coming your way. Now the thing is, because we're working with spirit, sometimes they show us the Ten of Pentacles and it looks like a lot of money. It may not take the form of a lot of money. It may take the form of a gift, a present, something tangible. But it can also take the, the form of a smaller amount of money that just helps you out when you're in trouble. It doesn't necessarily have to be a large amount. It's, in spiritual terms, what you need right now. Okay, so we have the Hierophant around here. So I think that for some of you, maybe you've got enough money now to buy a property. Maybe some of you are considering a holiday here. There seems to be sort of like, wow, okay, I've got enough money here to do now what I want. The Hierophant is about stability. It's also about tradition, marriage, large organizations. So for me, this is something, either you're getting some sort of payment from a large organization, or alternatively, you are building something here that will help you find your stability. For some of you, you may have the money now to get married. Maybe that's what you've been saving for. The Prince of Swords is coming out here. Now, the Prince of Swords is a card that talks of messages coming through, true messages. Oh, okay. So for some of you, you may be getting some sort of message here about somebody wanting to spend time with you now. They may have got their finances in order. They may be in a position now to offer you marriage. But somebody is coming through here with some sort of message about the future. Okay, this is beautiful. So this is who they see you as. So somebody is on their way back to either offer an apology, or they may not be on their way back. This may be someone new. This may be someone new here, but somebody has been working their way to a position to offer you what they feel you deserve here. So it could be somebody coming back in, but I also see this person, especially look at the Hierophant with the eyes and the sword. To me, this is either someone has their eye on the prize, someone's been watching you, maybe keeping a bit of an eye on you, but somebody now has their life in order and they want to offer you something. But they felt they had to get to this position because this is what they see you as here. So whoever this is, a lot of work's gone into trying to work out how to make this offer to you. Okay. Oh, only want one at a time. Very nice. Okay, my favorite ace, as I always say. All right, the Ace of Swords is a card that talks about truth. It talks about clarity. Something's about to happen here that will help you understand why things had to happen in the order they had to happen in. Now, what I'm drawn to this morning with this card is the background, and it looks like an eye. And I just said something about someone having their eye on a prize. Someone's realized their truth here. Someone's understood. They've seen. It looks like an eye, you see. Someone's seen the truth. So I think you have someone who's coming back towards you, or coming towards you. They could be brand new. You may not even know this person. But this person is coming towards you. Now they've understood what they want. They are now on the lookout for what they want. So it's like they've already formed this idea of what their future should look like. They've had clarity and now they're coming forward. So you may be dealing with someone that's had, well, this could be you as well. But this card talks about boredom and ennui. So it's sort of like maybe you've been a bit sort of complacent about things. You may have sat back. You may have had other offers. But it's like you weren't really in a place to accept them. Maybe it was because they weren't the type of offers you wanted. Maybe you were waiting for this cup, this true love, this very potent, real thing. You may have taken time out here. Yeah, see, the Eight of Swords is coming in here. So I always think when I see sort of these two cards especially together, I think that somebody here has got to this sort of point where they're thinking, it's never going to happen. I'm not going to meet a person, you know, it's never going to happen for me. And there's a very negative feeling about these two cards that says to me, someone's given up on love. Never give up on love. Everybody gets love. Everybody deserves love. There also means that you need to put in some effort too. So, I mean, you can't sort of sit at home wondering where love is going to turn up. Although, I mean, I've heard of people, you know, going to the supermarket and meeting the love of their life. So, you know, never give up on it, because your mindset here is probably sort of triggering this energy of, I don't deserve love, that's why I'm not getting it. You need to let this go. Too much time. Oh, well, there you go. So we have the Devil card coming out here. Okay, so again, with this whole idea of letting go of core beliefs, the Devil card tells me you're hanging on to these ideas, and in the background, something amazing's happened, and you're not even trying here, not even thinking about what you deserve, because you're so busy telling yourself what you don't deserve. So you're not thinking anything's coming because you're so busy telling yourself that you have nothing coming. So if you're in this sort of energy, you know, the Devil card is saying that this doesn't serve you any longer. This is negative thinking. This is stuff you're hanging on to that you should have shed a long time ago. So it's about being bound and tied to your past. You have to let your past go, whether that is fixed beliefs, core beliefs, ideas about yourself. Let it all go. You're a different person today to what you were before. Even if you don't do conscious healing, there's still healing that happens. It may take a little longer if you're not really doing it consciously, but it still happens. Oh, I really like this energy. Okay, so we have the Princess of Pentacles coming in with the Hanged Man talking about conscious healing. Okay, the universe is bringing you a gift here. Okay, could be a King of Pentacles. Now, the thing is with the King of Pentacles for me, I know he represents Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For me, he's the husband card. He's the partner card, whether you're male or female, the partner. Because this person here has a strong sense of duty. They want to provide. And I'm not talking about providing as in financial terms. I'm saying this person wants to provide you with the sort of life that you deserve. Whether that's through loving you, caring for you, whatever it is, in a non-dependent way, this person wants to work with you to have a future. So their primary objective here is to have a future with you. And I feel like this is sort of sitting on your doorstep here. If you're waiting for new love to come in, then the universe is saying here, and certainly with these cards, you need to start looking at things a different way. Because at the moment you're looking at them through the quagmire. Okay, no idea why they said quagmire. You're looking at them through sort of dirty lenses, I guess is the best way I can see it. So when your vision is clouded by negativity or by victim mentality, you tend to look at things in a very negative way. And the universe is saying here, you need to learn to look at these in a different way. You've got to look at yourself in a different way. So if you've been having thoughts here that are negative, and And sometimes you need to observe your thoughts. So I always say this is really important. If you hear yourself saying something, listen to what you're saying, because sometimes we inadvertently say negative things. We don't realize what we're saying, and sometimes we need to be the watcher of ourselves, the overseer. You need to step into your higher power and look back at your human self or your ego and see what's been planted there that you are doing in a way that is not serving you. Watching your thoughts is a little confronting, to say the least, because sometimes we can think we're a certain amount healed, we can think we're a certain amount over something, but then we realize that we haven't probably forgiven the person, we haven't let the energies go that person created, or maybe we're still hanging on to things from childhood. Now, some people wrote back to me yesterday, and some of the things people said are very true. If you were told as a child that children should be seen and not heard, maybe you find it very difficult to assert yourself in the community because you still think that rule applies. I actually thought of one last night that I'd never really thought of before. And I remember my father saying to me that if you want, you never get. And I never really understood that. If you want, you never get. But really what that meant was I couldn't want anything, because the moment I put want into that, I wasn't going to receive. Now, maybe using the word want is not the best word to use, but actually that stilts your ability to manifest because you don't believe you can bring in what you want. Right? So then your mind starts to sit around the energy and you start to think, well, if I want it, I can't have it. And is that true? No. I just have to change the way I think about it. This is what's happening here. You have someone here who's waiting to come in, someone who wants to bring you the life you want, someone that wants to provide you with this love and care and the things that they think that you deserve. This person sees you as reverent, as all, as everything, whoever this is. And the thing is, they want to offer, but because you're in this energy here of thinking you don't deserve, you don't get, you don't want, whatever it is for you, you've tied yourself into this way of thinking here. And the universe is saying here that you're a gift. You're a gift to the world. You just need to see things in a very different way. You need to open your vision. And as I said, we talk about conscious and unconscious healing. Your unconscious healing is the stuff you do when you're crying, when you're angry. That's all healing. But you do it in an unconscious way. And what the universe is saying, do it consciously. If you can't meditate, go for a walk. Find space in your mind. Find space in your life. Find space. Find space to stop for a moment. Stop thinking. Stop worrying. Stop stressing. And try to release this. Become the observer in your life. Watch how you do things, because messages are coming through here. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords coming out with the Four of Wands. So letting go of conflict is going to bring you stability. There's no clear answer here. Once you let go of this conflict, this pain, this thing that you're beating yourself up with all the time, like I always say to you, you are born perfect. You are born perfect. Once everybody gets their clutches in, whether that's your family, your school, your friends, people you know, your workplace, you start to doubt your perfection. And then of course you become this imperfect being, which you could still accept yourself as being. We're all imperfect. But you don't need to beat yourself up all the time about it. You don't have to say you don't deserve. You don't have to say I don't. That's not going to happen for me. I'm never going to get that. Because that's what happens. And some people even in saying things like, oh, I wish that would happen, or, maybe one day, they're all negative. What you've got to start saying is, this is in my future. This is what's here for me. Every time you hear or you see yourself say something, turn it around. Put a positive slant on it. And I've heard people say, well, this is me. This is me. This is who I am. Well, fine. If that's who you are, then carry on your life that way, because you're probably never going to find what you're looking for if you have that sort of I can't change attitude. We can all change. We have to make a conscious attempt to change. We have to consciously heal. We have to consciously forgive. We have to ask for what we want. And then we have to let it go. So I do have the moon coming out here, which is really interesting. So I'm going to put another card on the moon because it's a very sort of, it's almost like the universe is saying you have no idea what is buried deep within you. You have no idea where you're going with this. It's all unknown at the moment. Okay, so I have some sort of abundance coming in. I feel like somebody's coming in because they've seen you, they want to be with you, they want to offer you something amazing. They want to pull you out of this sort of quagmire, as Spirit was saying. Look up quagmire, it's a word I haven't heard in years. Okay, now, all right, been a bit of a long reading today, hasn't it? Okay, so over the moon, I have the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Cups and the King of Cups. All right. So all Cancer, Pisces energy here, right the way through. So obviously your person is a water sign. If they're not a water sign, then they are someone who is very filled with emotion. Now, I see this and I think you've got to move away from your past. Again, the past is coming up strong here as it was in the beginning. There's a need to celebrate yourself. There's a need to celebrate life. There's a need to already visualize that you have this person with you. Already visualize that. Already see yourself with this person. Not seeing yourself alone forever. Not seeing yourself in this mental energy of beating yourself up. This is about seeing yourself already happy, already content. Okay, so I have the card of the Shadow Queen coming out, which is really quite interesting. So, number 16. All right, so I guess her main themes are acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. The Shadow Queen tells you that too many of the details hidden behind your circumstances prevent you from moving forward quickly at this time. She has come with a lantern to help shed light on what is concealed within you or your situation. This is the time to wait for more to be revealed. That's why the moon's there. So I think the universe is about to give you a little bit of a wake-up call. Perhaps you lack clarity and the knowledge of how to proceed with the subject of your inquiry. It's time to educate yourself a little bit more on your intention and then put that information to work for you. The Shadow Queen asks that you dig deep to gain strength and that you have the courage to ask someone in the know to shed light on your circumstances. She promises to send that person to you. Beware of moving too quickly in the dark, as you will likely trip and fall and have to start again. Isn't that interesting? So I feel like here that there is it says she has come with a lantern to help shed light on what is concealed within you or your situation. The time to wait for more to be revealed. And that's why this card is here. I think you're going to realize when this all happens, how perhaps you've seen your world in the past. There's some sort of wake-up call coming in here. Have a great day.